What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic, and today I'm gonna break down and recap last night game against the Kansas City Chiefs, the Houston Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs, and yeah, that happened. Yeah, last night pretty much happened. I'm sorry, I'm late because normally I do it right after the game, but yeah, that happened. Like nothing I can really say, but yeah, that happened. If you didn't know, Kansas City won 42-34, but that's not the story of the game. The story of the game is losing both JJ and Whitney Mercilus for the season. JJ with a fractured tibia, it's right there under the knee, and Whitney Mercilus got hurt actually a couple plays before JJ with torn pectoral muscle, and I knew that. When I seen how he was grabbing his chase plate, I was like, yeah, that's probably a torn pectoral because it looks just like what happened with Mario Williams back in 2011. I'm like, if that's a torn pectoral, yeah, that's a torn pectoral muscle, yeah, like he pretty much gone for the season. And last night was a weird game. I pretty much knew the game was over after the first drive. And it wasn't even because of the injuries. I kind of knew the game was over because the whole time, this is even before JJ got hurt, I'm sitting there watching the drive and I'm like, they still got this ball. It's 7 minutes left in the quarter, and they still got the ball. Like, the defense could not get off the field, especially on third down. Then, like I said, you lose both JJ and Whitney Merciless on the same game in the same drive, opening drive of the game. So you basically played the whole game without them. You got no pass rush on Alex Smith. For the longest, they were able to shut down Akeem Hunt. I know at halftime he had 14 carries for 25 yards. And he had his first carry was like 9 yards, and then he had a 12-yard carry. So if you take them out, he really only had like 4 yards off of 12 carries. That's really what he had. He really had like 4 yards off of 12 carries. That's really what he was averaging. Like, they was able to shut the running game down, and we was getting them on third and long, but we could not stop them on third down. And I know I say this in every video, and I'm going to keep saying this. They should have franchise tagged A.J. Bouye because the corners out there are getting demolished. They were giving too much cushion. That's the reason why they were able to get those 3 and 11, third down 11. They was giving up so much cushion that they was right there, right at the sticks, catch it, go out of bounds. Alex Smith basically picked you apart. He looked like the MVP last night. That was just a very, very bad game. And now without JJ and without Whitney, I'm put it to you like this. I think that JJ is the best player on the defense. But I'd rather lose JJ than lose Whitney Merciless. This is the reason why. Because even though you lose JJ, last year we didn't have JJ. You take Clowney, you move him from outside linebacker to DN. You still have the outside linebacker with Whitney Mercilus. Now, without Whitney Mercilus and without JJ, if you put Clowney back in, which is his original position, that's his true position, is playing DN. That's the reason why he was an All-Pro last year, because he was playing DN. So actually, that's a good thing to put Clowney at the DN spot. But you're so short at outside linebacker. Now you don't have Mercilus and Cushion. I mean, at least if you had Cushion, you could take Zach Cunningham and put Zach Cunningham on the outside. But now you can't do that. So I'm thinking, you're going to have Zach Cunningham and Bernard McKinney in the middle. You're probably going to have to take Dylan Cole to make him the outside linebacker, undrafted a rookie free agent as outside linebacker, as your starting outside linebacker. Like, I don't know what this personnel, like Mike Vrabel's going to do a heck of a job coaching. And speaking of Mike Vrabel, when are we going to start calling him out? Because if you even leave out last night, and I know last week they did some things good defensively. Really, what has this defense? The defense really been letting us down since Watson has come in. The defense really has been letting us down. I mean, their best game really probably is Cincy. That's probably their best game is the Cincinnati game. I know they had 5 turnovers last week, but they played a whole second half against Matt Castle, and two, the offense got on such a good start. They started off 21-0. So you kind of you took the running game out of it. So Tennessee couldn't do what they wanted to do last week. I mean, you let Leonard Fournette bulldozer you and bully you in week 1. They did a good job against Cincy. Week 3, you let Tom Brady come back and kill you. So when are we gonna start calling Mike Vrabel? Because we gave him this position to become the defensive coordinator, but maybe we shouldn't have. Maybe he should stay the outside linebacker or linebacker coach, whoever he was, and Romeo Crennel should have stay the defensive coordinator. Because really, what is Romeo Crennel doing? He's supposed to be the assistant coach, but what is he assisting? I don't know, what is he doing? Are they out there giving free paychecks out there on Kirby? Like, what is going on? Like, really, what are they doing? DeShaun Watson had 5 touchdowns. The touchdown, the second touchdown to Will Fuller. Let's get to that right quick. Will Fuller in 2 games, gonna play 2 games this year, already has 4 touchdowns. He had 2 all of last year. D-Hop has 5 touchdowns, had 4 all of last year. Now, granted, especially the last touchdown was a complete garbage touchdown. The second one, you can make a case because if they would have got the offside kick, some things could have happened, and some things could have happened. It would have been a miracle, but some things could happen. But all Will Fuller touchdowns were legitimate touchdowns in the Evan Floyd game because the last touchdown he made makes it a 26-20 game. In defense, you have to make a stop. Just like I said in the first game against Jacksonville. When you go down there and DeShaun Watson gets that touchdown and it's 19-7, the defense gets the ball back. Jacksonville gets the ball back. Defense, you have to make a stop to get the ball back to DeShaun Watson because at the very least, if he gets you a field goal and you going into the fourth quarter 19-10 instead of 19-7 or whatever. Here, you have to make a stop. You make a stop and you get the ball back to DeShaun Watson, I think he's scoring a touchdown. Because like I said, right now, the way I feel with DeShaun Watson, I feel they can score on every drive. So you get that ball back to him, the crowd would have finally been pumping in because last night's game was weird because when JJ got hurt, it completely took the air out the building. I would much rather JJ get hurt on the road or get hurt during the week and not at a home game because JJ is that big of a star. He takes the air right out of the room. And nothing, like the Texans couldn't do anything. Even when Foreman made that big run, a 25-yard run, and then we get the first touchdown, you get the touchdown to Hopkins. Then you get the other touchdown, the magician move touchdown to Will Fuller and Will Fuller's first touchdown. The crowd wasn't in it. But that big play, that big 48-yard touchdown he had to Will Fuller that drew it to a 6-point game in the fourth quarter. That right there, the crowd was in it. And the defense has to make a stop because if the defense make a stop, the Texans win that game. I guarantee you that if the Texans defense would have made a stop when they made it 26-20, DeShaun Watson would have led down and scored. The crowd would have went nuts. And I don't think the Chiefs would have came back from. They might have got a field goal out of it, but I think you got the ball right back to DeShaun Watson, and he would have kept that gravy train moving and rolling and shaking, and they would score another touchdown. I firmly believe that. So defense, you have to do something, especially that back end, because that's what was killing us. We couldn't get a pass rush. But we was able to stop the run, even though I know Kima ended off the game with 100 yards, and that's more because the defense was playing. I know at one point it was a 31 plays to 11 that Kansas City was running the ball because, like I said in the beginning, the first drive, they drew it all the way down to 6:50 in the first quarter. So you can't, even though they only got a field goal out of it, they kept the ball completely in their hands. And that tied out the defense. But the front seven, even without JJ and Merciless, was still able to slow the Kansas City Chiefs down enough that they couldn't get. They had to go to 3rd and long. And when 3rd and long happened, your secondary, which right now ain't shit. It's not. It's completely not. And I don't want to even cuss on him, but it's completely not shit. The secondary is not shit. Without, I don't know. I guess without AJ, I guess that's what I gotta say. Without a pass rush and without AJ Bouye, who's definitely your best corner, and you let him go, and we got Kevin Johnson. One, Kevin Johnson gets hurt every year, and 2, I don't really know how good Kevin Johnson is. I hope he's good, but I really don't know. I really don't see it. To be completely honest with you, I really don't see that's a top flight corner. I look at AJ and I can tell that AJ is a top 5 corner. And you know who Pro Football has focused? The number 1 and number 2 corners in the NFL? AJ Bouye and Jalen Ramsey. That are the top corners in the NFL right now. Those are the top 2 corners in the NFL right now. And you had one of them, but you let him go because you didn't franchise tag. Rick Smith, what is you doing? I just don't understand. I just don't get it. But now I think the offense will... I just don't see how anybody could ever think that Jonathan Joseph at this stage of his career is a better option than AJ Bouye. If you feel Kevin Johnson's better than AJ Bouye, I don't get it, but I understand. I don't understand it. I see where you come from. First round pick. He's only in his second year, coming to his 3rd year. You think you have potential. That's the reason why you drafted him number 1 overall, and you drafted him with AJ Bouye on your roster. So you want to project it. But how you ever think that Kareem Jackson or Jonathan Joseph is better than AJ Bouye, I don't get it. And it's kind of unfair to Kareem because I think Kareem is more of a safety. He's a safety. And he has to be playing corner because you're so short at the corner position. But he's really should be playing safety. He really should be strong or a free safety. But Jonathan Joseph, I like the dude. But if you had to pick one, you should have franchise tag AJ and cut Jonathan Joseph. That's just really what it is. I'm sorry, people get old. You had to make a decision on Dre, and Dre is one of the best players. Dre's the best player that's ever played in the Texas uniform until Watt got there. You had to make a decision on him. So why you couldn't make the same decision on Jonathan Joseph? I don't understand. Especially when you have somebody like AJ Bouye right there who was ready to take the next step, and damn sure is, and now he's in your division rival. Because Jacksonville, if you've seen what Jacksonville's doing, Jacksonville, like I said, the day that he signed there, that Jacksonville is the next Texans. They have a legitimate defense. They don't have issues with the quarterback position, but they have a legitimate defense. I still don't see it. They can win this division. Especially now, because our defense is, because now we're going to be an offensive team. They can win this division, but I don't know how far they can go with their quarterback play. But that's a story for another video. Like I say, now this is clearly going to have to be DeShaun Watson's team as far as no more conservative. We're going to have to score and try to. It's going to be kind of like 2010, 09 and 2010 when we had to put up a whole bunch of points and just hope the defense does enough to just to keep the victory. And we're going to be in a whole bunch of shootouts. Especially when we got the Rams. And the Rams look like a legitimate offense right now. So that's what we're going to do. There's no more 10-6 games. There's no more 13-9 games. Right now, these games are going to have to be 28-24, 31-28. Like, these are the type of games that we're going to have to be in right now. Like, those are exactly the type of games that we're going to have to shoot for. Because of the way this defense is, the way this back end is set up, because they're giving up big play after big play, or they can't get off the field on 3rd down. That was the real issue last night. They couldn't get off the field on 3rd down. But, like I said, I think Watson will progress. And the only bad thing is, we are wasting these good performances by Watson, because eventually Watson's going to have a rookie game. You know, I'm one of the biggest Watson fans out there, but I'm not stupid and naive. Eventually, he's going to have a rookie game. And now we don't have that defense to back up that rookie game. Even if he had a rookie game, that we could still maybe get by and skate by with our defense. It's right now, it's DeShaun Watson the bus. That's really what it is. It's clearly DeShaun Watson the bus for the rest of the season. I think we're in good hands with him. I'm still thinking that we can get 9 wins. I had 10 before the season, and after seeing what DeShaun Watson was doing for the past 2 weeks, I still had 10. Now, the way his defense looking, I don't think we're going to get to 10. We probably going to get 9. Another 9-7 season, but that's really what we're aiming for right now. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't, comment below. If you haven't clicked that bell to get more videos, I holla.